Okay, let's talk about your life. And more to the point, let's talk about how to stop wasting it. Because, let's be honest, most of us are, and we don't even know it.
But before we dive in, I've got a question for you, and I want you to really think about this for a second. What day of the week are you most likely to die from a heart attack?
The answer? It's Monday. And not just any Monday. We're talking Monday morning between 8 and 9 a.m. Now just think about that. What else is happening right then? It's the exact moment most people are getting ready for jobs they hate. You think that's a coincidence? Yeah, I don't think so either.
And that one, frankly terrifying fact leads us perfectly into our first topic here, how we actually spend the majority of our lives.
So just look at this timeline of an average life, right? You've got childhood and school at the beginning, then retirement, hopefully, at the end. But that giant chunk in the middle, from age 18 all the way to 67, that's work. That is where you're going to spend most of your waking hours. And the big takeaway here, the most important thing to remember, is this. Whatever you do, please do not spend that time unhappy.
And that actually leads us right into this really common pitfall. I call it the "and then happiness trap." And to show you what I mean, let me tell you a little story, a cautionary tale about someone we'll just call Jay.
So Jay's whole motto in life was basically, when I finish school, then I'll be happy. But you know what happened? He finished school and nothing. He wasn't happy. So of course, the goalposts just moved. The next thing was, okay, when I get a real job, that's when I'll be happy. So he went out, he got the job. But that feeling he was chasing? Nope, it never arrived.
And he can probably guess what happened next. The pattern just kept going. When I get married and have kids, then I'll finally, for real, be happy. And he did it all. He got married, had 2 wonderful kids, and he still wasn't happy.
So years go by. The kids are grown. And now its thought is, okay, when they leave the house and I can finally retire, that's the moment. That's when I'll be happy. Well, the kids moved out, he retired, and still, nothing.
So finally, in his old age, Jay starts going to church. And when someone asked him why he started going, his answer was, I think one of the most tragic things I've ever heard. He said, because when I die, then I'll be happy. Now, Jay's story is obviously tragic, but here's the thing. It's not unique. His initials, J, could honestly stand for just about everybody. He represents what we call the and then people. All of us who are constantly putting off our happiness for some future milestone. And the whole point of this is to stop being an and then person and start being a right now person. You know, falling into this trap, it's not totally our fault. We've kind of been programmed by society to believe certain lies that keep us stuck right in this cycle. I mean, think about it, right? We're told that overworking is cool. It's a badge of honor. That being stressed out all the time is some kind of status symbol, like it proves you're important. And then there's maybe the biggest lie of all, this idea that the ultimate goal is work-life balance. And this really shows the problem perfectly. Just look at the phrase work-life balance. Work comes first. It's totally backwards. The truth is, what we really need is a life-work balance. Because all the science shows that when your life gets better, your work automatically gets better too. And listen, that's not just some feel-good, fluffy idea. It's backed up by actual science, which brings us to this concept from a Harvard researcher named Sean Acher. He calls it the happiness advantage. So his research found something, honestly, it's kind of mind-blowing. Get this, 75% of your success at your job isn't predicted by how smart you are or how skilled you are. Nope, it's predicted by how happy you are. I mean, that completely flips the script, doesn't it? We're all taught that success will make us happy, but the data proves the exact opposite. Being happy is what brings you success. And the data is just overwhelming on this. When you're happy, your intelligence actually goes up. Your creativity goes up. Your productivity soars. And yeah, you even make more money. But here's the real kicker. Optimists literally live longer than pessimists. You can physically stretch out that timeline we looked at earlier just by making the choice to be happier. So, this brings us to what I think is the most important part of this whole thing. Because this isn't just about some numbers on a screen. This is about your life and the undeniable fact that you have a choice. It is time to take back control. Let me be as clear as I possibly can about this. It is your duty to be happy. And not just for yourself. It's your duty to your family, to your friends, to the people you work with. You owe it to everyone, and especially yourself, to refuse to live a life where you're just suffering through the week to get to the weekend. Now look, let's be real. Happiness is a choice. But anyone who tells you it's an easy choice is just plain lying. It takes real work, conscious effort, every single day. But the first step is just being willing to try. More than 2,000 years ago, the Buddha said something that is maybe more true today than it ever was. The problem is, you think you have time, but you don't. This isn't some video game where you get an extra life or a reset button. When this game is over, it is over.
We each get just one of those precious blocks of time on that chart. Just one life. So the only question left, the only one that really matters, is the one staring you in the face right now. What are you going to do with yours?